Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube channel. And we're bringing you our 1977 Action PC Baseball Retro Replay. We play as the New York Metropolitans and the Boston Red Sox. Tonight's matchup will be the Red Sox taking on the Kansas City Royals. We are in the time machine, June 7th, 1977. And Ferguson Jenkins is on the bump for the Boston Red Sox. He is 10-0. He's going for his 11th victory. Let's get to the starting lineups and play some baseball. The Kansas City Royals are in first place in the American League West with a 32-18 record. They took Game 1 of the series. The Red Sox are 38-13, first place in the American League East. Possible pennant matchup, American League Championship Series here. Starting lineups and the first pitch. For the Boston Red Sox, leading off and playing shortstop, Rick Burleson. Batting second in left field is Bernie Carbo. Batting third is the designated hitter Jim Rice. Batting fourth at first base, the captain Carl Yastrzemski. Batting fifth, doing the catching, Pudge Carlton Fisk. Batting sixth in center field is Freddie Lynn. Batting seventh in right field is Dwight Evans. Batting eighth, the third baseman Butch Hobson. And batting ninth, playing second base, Denny Doyle. And let's move the left fielder over so you can actually see him for the Kansas City Royals. Hold on a moment. We're playing Action PC Baseball. This is Action PC Baseball 19. Or 19, the most recent version that came out. Dave Koch has his big winter Christmas sale until, I think, Sunday. So if you're interested in Action PC games, I suggest you check out the site. And let's go to ballpark layout. And let's just move Mr. Left Fielder over here where we can actually see him. There is Mr. Pocket. Alrighty. So on the mound for the Royals is Jim Colburn. In the retro replay, he's 6-2 with a 2.33 earned run average. In actuality, 18-14 with a 3.62. Behind the plate, Darrell Porter, 7 out of 10 defensive range, 6 out of 10 arm. Brett is average at third, 5 out of 10. Patek, 8 out of 10 at short. Frank White, outstanding, 10 out of 10 at second. And Mayberry, 7 out of 10 at first. Tom Pocket is in left. He's 5 out of 10 with, I believe, a 5 out of 10 arm. 2 out of 10 arm, excuse me. And Amos Otis is in center, 7 out of 10 defensive range, 7 out of 10 arm. Al Collins in right, 10 out of 10 defensive range, 9 out of 10 arm. Rick Burleson, the Roosters, at the plate for the Red Sox to lead things off, currently riding a 6-game hitting streak. He's batting .307 in the retro replay, 1 homer, 12 ribbies. In actuality, for the full year of 1977, .293, 3 homers, and 52 runners knocked in. Colburn throws strikes. Here's the pitch to the Rooster. And Burleson grounds it to Mayberry, who takes it to the bag himself, 1 down. Now I'll bring up Bernie Carbo, who's been absolutely outstanding in our retro replay. .351, 9 homers, and 22 ribbies. Carbo, in 77, batted .289 for the full season, 15 homers and 34 runners knocked in. Porter sets the target. Here's the pitch to Bernie Carbo. And Carbo rips a shot to Mayberry, and it's off his glove. He races to the bag, and he gets him. Nice play. Mayberry stuck with it, and they get Carbo 2 down. So that's something new with Action PC, the new version. And we'll watch that replay. That's the first time I've seen that. So it's a hard hit ball. Mayberry backing. Well, now they're showing it as clean. But you could see before the ball went red as he bobbled it, knocked it down, picked it up, and ran to first. See Mayberry fumbles it, scrambles, picks it up, and the out. So 2 outs, base is empty for Jim Rice. He's batting .300 in the retro replay, 15 homers, 44 ribbies. In 1977, he actually batted .320, 39 homers, 114 runners knocked in. In 1978, as you know, he will win the MVP for the Red Sox. This is a year prior, though. Yastrzemski's on deck. Colburn's ready to work. He deals to Rice. And that ball is hit deep to center, and it's off the wall. And Rice cruises into second with a 2-out double. He came a foot away from a solo blast. Bobby Cantolano's in the chat. How are you doing, my friend? She says, why aren't the Boston Red Sox called the Boston Beaners? Well, I don't know. I like the Red Sox better. Thank you for joining us, Bobby. Good friend of the channel and the community. Here comes Captain Carl Yastrzemski. Yaz, 363, 14 homers, 54 ribbies in this retro replay. 10 years after his magic 1967 Triple Crown season. And in 77, he actually batted .296, 28 homers, 102 runners knocked in. Chance to knock in run number 15. Rice at second. He'll be off on contact. Yastrzemski awaits the Colburn offering. Pitch homeward bound. Yaz swings, sends that ball down the right field line in the corner, and Collins makes the running catch, bangs into the wall. Side is retired. Rice is stranded at second. And now we go to the bottom of the first, and let's give you the Kansas City Royals lineup. Tom Poquette leading off, playing in left. Hal McRae is the designated hitter, batting second. George Brett, the third baseman, bats third. Mayberry, the cleanup hitter, is at first. Al Collins, the right fielder, bats fifth. Batting sixth, center fielder Amos Otis. Batting seventh, doing the catching, Darryl Porter. Batting eighth, the little general at short, Freddie Patek. And batting ninth, the second baseman, Frank White. Ferguson Jenkins is on the mound for the Red Sox in the retro replay. He is 10-0 with a 1.96. He has been outstanding, striking out 58, only walking 16. In actuality, he was 10-10 with a 3.68, striking out 105, walking 36. He would be traded in the offseason, would not pitch for the Red Sox in 78. They basically traded him to Texas for a bag of balls, another horrible trade the Red Sox made. Behind the plate, Carlton Fisk, 8 out of 10 defensive range, 7 out of 10 arm. Butch Hobson, 5 out of 10 at third. Rick Burleson, 8 out of 10 at short. Denny Doyle, average at second, 5 out of 10. Carl Yastrzemski, below average at first, 4 out of 10. Bernie Carbo is in left field, 5 out of 10 defensive range, 9 out of 10 arm. Freddie Lynn is in center, 8 out of 10 defensive range, 5 out of 10 arm. And Dwight Evans is in right, 7 out of 10 defensive range, 5 out of 10 arm. So Tom Poquette steps to the plate, left-handed batter. Left fielder's batting .305 for the Royals, 1 homer, 10 ribbies in the replay. In actuality, .292 with 2 homers and 33 runners knocked in. Below average bunter, infield, outfield, straightaway, and normal. Jenkins is ready. Here's the pitch to Tom Poquette. And that is a pop-up. Shallow outfield grass, right side. Denny Doyle makes the catch, calling everybody off. 1 down. Good start for Jenkins. He jammed Poquette. Here comes Hal McRae, the designated hitter, .277, 5 homers, 36 ribbies. He batted .298 in actuality, 21 homers, and knocked in 92 runners. Fisk sets the target. Here's the pitch to McRae. And that ball's driven center field. Freddie Lynn racing over, makes the catch. 2 down. Base is empty for George Brett. Brett batting .306. 8 homers, 36 ribbies. Mayberry's on deck. Brett, .312 with 22 homers and 88 runners knocked in 77 in actuality. Left-handed batter. 7 out of 10 bunter, though I don't think he's bunting with 2 outs. Infield, outfield, straightaway, and normal. Jenkins kicks and fires to Brett. Ground ball, left side. Burleson has it, and he won't make a throw. Will they give him an error? No, it's an infield hit. He couldn't get the ball out of his glove. So Brett is on. He extends the inning for John Mayberry, 226, 8 homers, 24 RBI. He only batted .230 in 1977. Did have 23 homers and 82 runners knocked in. Yastrzemski holding Brett on, 7 out of 10 base running ability. Mayberry is a strikeout possibility. Al Collins on deck. Here's the pitch to Mayberry from Jenkins. Hard hit ball. Hobson snares it at third. Good reaction. Side retired. Top of the second, no score. Due up for the Red Sox. Fisk, Lynn, and Evans to face Colburn. Carlton Fisk riding a 13-game hitting streak, batting .314, 12 home runs, and 42 runners knocked in. This 77 Red Sox team could mash in reality, and they're mashing in the retro replay. In actuality, Fisk batted .315, 26 homers, and 102 ribbies. Had the 1977 Red Sox got any pitching, they would have easily won the division, in my opinion. Their pitching was mediocre at best, to be kind. As Bobby Cantillano is waving by. Thank you, Bobby, for stopping by, my friend. Fisk readies himself in the box. Colburn, the windup, and the pitch to Pudge. And Fisk rips a shot to Brett at third. He makes the catch. So what's good for Hobson is good for Brett. One away. And here comes the center fielder, Freddie Lynn. MVP and Rookie of the Year in 1975. 2 years removed from that. Injured to start off our retro replay, as he was in actuality. We're playing with real historical transactions and lineups, except I set my own lineups for the Red Sox, but the historical transactions are correct. Lynn batting .244, 4 homers, 16 ribbies. In actuality, batted .260, 18 homers, and 76 runners batted in. Righty-lefty matchup for Colburn. Lynn digs in that left-hander's batter's box. He awaits the Colburn offering, pitch homeward bound. And Lynn pops it up left side, foul territory. Brett gives chase, but runs out of room. The count is 1 ball, 2 strikes on Freddie Lynn. We do it all over. Porter sets the target. Here's the pitch to Lynn. That ball is down the right field line. Lynn digs for 2, and he beats the Collins throw with the slide in. So a 1-out double. Freddie Lynn stands on second. The Red Sox have had 2 hits. Rice doubled in the first, and now Freddie Lynn doubles in the second. And here comes Dwight Evans. Can he knock in Lynn? He's batting .264 in the retro replay. 9 homers, 27 ribbies. .287 in reality. 14 home runs and 36 runners knocked in. We're going to be losing Evans to injury, I believe, in July. Hobson on deck. Evans, 10 out of 10 bunting ability, but he is not going to bunt here. He has a duck out on the pond at second base in Freddie Lynn. Colburn peers in at Porter, nods his head, the windup and the pitch to Evans. And Evans rips a shot, and Brett makes another outstanding catch at third, robbing extra bases for Dewey. So with 2 outs, Lynn will be off on contact, and here comes Butch Hobson. Hobson, .221, but he does have 13 home runs and 38 runners knocked in. In actuality, .265, 30 home runs, and 112 runners knocked in. Joining us here in the chat is Dave Gardner. How are you, my friend? As he says, Dewey. Remember to check out hockeytournaments.com. That's hockeytournaments.com. And Dave Gardner, all things hockey when it comes to tournaments in your area. Alrighty. Here's the pitch to Hobson. 2 outs, Lynn at second. There goes Lynn. Hobson sends the ball right side to Collins. Collins in right. And he makes the diving catch. Oh, he struggled with it, but then he made the diving catch. Holy cow. Lynn is stranded at second. We go to the bottom of the second. No score. Due up for the Royals is that man, Al Collins. And then Amos Otis and Darrell Porter to face Ferguson Jenkins. Collins batting .347, 9 home runs and 35 runners knocked in. In actuality, would bat .312 with 23 homers and 112 runners knocked in. 6 out of 10 bunting ability, but we don't think Collins is bunting. Here's the pitch from Jenkins to Collins. Fly ball, center field, Lane to his right, makes the catch, 1 down. Amos Otis strides to the plate, another good bunter, 7 out of 10, but we're not going to play it. Infield, outfield, straightaway, and normal. Otis batting .283, 9 home runs, 35 ribbies. In actuality, .251, 17 homers, and 78 runners knocked in. Fisk wiggles the fingers, sets the target. Jenkins kicks and fires. And, oh, Fisk wanted that call. He walks Otis. Amos Otis at first, 8 out of 10 base running ability, 38% chance of stealing second. Yastrzemski holding him off. Here comes Darrell Porter, the catcher. Left-handed batter, .279 in the replay, 5 homers, 18 ribbies. He batted .275 in actuality, 16 home runs, and 60 runners knocked in. Burleson, Doyle hoping to turn 2 up the middle. Jenkins looks to first, now picks up the sign from Fisk. He deals to Porter. Hard hit shot, and Hobson makes the leaping grab! Oh my God, Hobson and Brett putting on a show at the hot corner for the fans here in Kansas City. 2 down, robbing extra bases from Darrell Porter. And here comes the little general, the number 8 batter, shortstop Freddie Patek. Patek, 10 out of 10 bunter. And Yastrzemski will hold on Otis at first, but we're going to move Hobson in at third. And we're going to go aggressive to Patek. Jenkins kicks and fires. There goes the runner. The throw down. Doyle. Otis slides in safe. He just gets under the tag of Denny Doyle. Patek was swinging to protect the runner. Counts no balls, 1 strike. Otis with 2 outs in scoring position. First base open. But the dangerous Frank White on deck. Again, we're going to go aggressive to Patek. Here's the pitch. And that ball is a single to center. And there comes the first run. So Jenkins challenged him, and Patek, the little general, came through. 1-0 Royals. A 2-out single by Freddie Patek. Stolen base comes up huge. So Patek is definitely a base stealing threat. 10 out of 10 base running ability, 78% chance of stealing. Jenkins throws over. Patek gets back, and now he goes up to 86%. That didn't help out. Here's the pitch out. There goes Patek. Fisk throws down, and he... Oh, my Lord. Again, Doyle thought they had him out. A base runner out, but Patek steals the base. 1 ball, no strikes to Frank White. .247, 2 home runs, 14 ribbies. In actuality, .245, 5 homers and 50 runners knocked in. On deck is Tom Poquette, the leadoff hitter. 2 outs, runner at second. The windup and the pitch from Jenkins. And that ball's hit up the middle. Lynn charges it, and Patek easily races around from second to score, and it's 2-0 Royals. So Frank White comes through with a clutch hit. So with 2 outs, the Royals knock in 2, top of the order. And it's 2-0. Here comes Tom Poquette. He is 0 for 1. He popped to second his first time up. Yastrzemski holding on to speedy Frank White at first. The lefty, Tom Poquette, awaits the Jenkins offering. Pitch homeward bound. Ground ball, right side. Doyle's up with it. Throws to Yastrzemski. The side is retired. But the Royals strike twice with 2 outs. They lead 2-0, top of the third. Due up for the Red Sox, Denny Doyle. Then the top of the order, Burleson and Bernie Carbo. Denny Doyle batting .225 with 2 homers and 13 ribbies. In the retro replay, Doyle batted .240, 2 home runs and 49 runners knocked in. JD has joined us in the chat, moderator extraordinaire, great friend of the channel. Check his channel out, Red Dead Redemption, UFC, all on PS4. Lots of great stuff on JD's channel. Colburn, 33 pitches. He's good for 120. Here's the pitch to Doyle. Doyle swings, fly ball right field. Collins camping, makes the catch, 1 away. Top of the order, the Rooster Rick Burleson, 0 for 1. Grounded to first his first time up. Colburn picks up the sign from Porter. He kicks and deals to Burleson. The Rooster swings, sends it out. Right center field. Otis on the run, and he makes the catch. 2 down. Base is empty for Bernie Carbo. Carbo grounded to first. Mayberry knocked it down, fumbled it around, picked it up, and beat Carbo to the bag for the out. Can Bernie go boom? Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. He tried to go boom, but he did not. Bottom of the third, 2-0 Royals. Due up for Kansas City. McRae, Brett, and Mayberry to face Ferguson Jenkins. Jenkins 10-0 in the replay. He's down 2-0 though. McRae flied to deep left center in his first plate appearance. Fisk wiggles the fingers, sets the target. Jenkins kicks and deals to McRae. Pop up right side. Doyle outfield grass makes the catch, 1 away. George Brett 1 for 1 steps to the plate. Brett and Hobson have flashed some leather at the hot corner at third. He singled infield variety in his first at-bat. Jenkins nods his head. The windup and the pitch to Brett. And that's a base hit. And that's going to get all the way down to the wall. To right center. Ling couldn't cut it off. And that is a 1-out double. Here come the Royals again, trying to increase their 2-0 lead. They have a runner in scoring position. George Brett at second. And here comes Big John Mayberry. Mayberry line to Hobson at third, who made an outstanding play. On deck is Al Collins. Jenkins peeks over his shoulder. Brett, a 7 out of 10 base runner. Burleson cheats towards the bag. Jenkins back to the plate now. Deals to Mayberry. And that's a base hit to right. Evans puts a charge on it. And Brett will hold at third. Jenkins just doesn't look like he has the good stuff tonight. And here comes the dangerous Al Collins. 1-out double play will get him out of this jam. Brett at third. Mayberry at first. Collins 0 for 1. He flied to center. Jenkins, deep breath. Arms down to his chest. He kicks and deals to Collins. Ground ball. Burleson. We're going to go throw home. 10% chance. No, go for the double play. To Doyle. Adi Ostremski. Double play. Did they get him? Yes, inning over. So great job by Ferguson Jenkins inducing the double play ball. Burleson to Doyle to Ostremski. 6-4 to 3 if you're scoring at home. The Royals threaten but do not score. We go to the top of the fourth. 2-0 Kansas City. The battle of first place teams. The Red Sox first place Beasts of the East. Against the Kansas City Royals, first place team, Beasts of the West. Due up for the Red Sox, Rice, Yastrzemski, and Fisk to face Colburn. Rice is 1 for 1. He doubled in his first plate appearance. Just missed a homer by a foot. Here's the pitch to Jim Ed Rice. And Rice sends his ball deep, right center field. Collins on the run, looking up. That is bye-bye birdie. Jim Rice, touch them all. 2-1. Red Sox pull to within 1 on the Rice mammoth blast to right center. Here's the replay. Boom goes the ball. And as we love to say, Jim Rice, touch them all. It's 2-1. Kansas City. And here comes Captain Carl Yastrzemski. Yaz is 0 for 1. Fly deep down the right field line. Can the Red Sox go back-to-back jacks? Here's the pitch to Yaz. Yaz, hard hit ball down the right field line, foul. The count's now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Captain Carl steps back in the box. That very familiar stance of his. The windup and the pitch from Colburn. And strike 3, swing and a miss. So 1 out. Carlton Fisk strides to the plate, right-handed batting catcher, riding a 13-game hitting streak. In his first plate appearance, he was robbed of a base hit down the third base line by that man, George Brett, playing the hot corner. Fisk awaits the Colburn offering, pitch homeward bound. And Fisk walks, checked his swing. Tying run at first, one out for Freddie Lynn. He is 1 for 1. He also doubled in his first plate appearance. Fisk 5 out of 10 base running ability. Mayberry holding him on. Righty-lefty matchup. Dwight Evans on deck. Darrell Porter wiggles the fingers. Colburn nods his head. He finds a sign he likes. The windup and the pitch to Freddie Lynn. Lynn, pop up, right side. Second baseman White makes the catch, 2 down. So Colburn came in tight and jammed Freddie Lynn. Pops out to second. Fisk with 2 outs will be off on contact. Mayberry still holding him on. Here comes Dwight Evans. Evans with 9 homers would love to get his 10th. If he does, the Red Sox have a 3-2 lead. Evans was also robbed by Brett in his first plate appearance. Here's the pitch to Dewey. And he strikes out. Side is retired. Swing and a miss. Red Sox do get 1 on the Rice homer. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's a 2-1 ball game. Jenkins back up on the bump for the Sox. 45 pitches, good for 120. You will face Otis, Porter, and Patek. Amos Otis walked his first time up, stole second, and scored. 7 out of 10 bunter. Corners will move in. Yastrzemski in at first, Hobson in at third. Here's the pitch to Amos Otis. Fly ball, center field. Lynn moving to his right, makes the catch, 1 away. Now bring up Darrell Porter, the catcher. He's 0 for 1. He lined to third as Hobson's flashing the leather. Hot corner's been hot, and Hobson and Brett have been up to the challenge. Patek on deck. Jenkins readies himself. He deals to Porter. Base hit to right. Evans charges it. And Porter is held to a single. Here comes the little general, Freddie Patek. He singled, knocking in Otis to give Kansas City a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the second. Porter, below average base running ability, 4 out of 10. Yastrzemski holding him on. Double play possibility here, though Patek can fly down the line. He's an excellent bunter. Hobson moves in at third. Jenkins nods his head. Here's the pitch to Patek. Fly ball, center field. Lane to his right, makes the catch, 2 down. Porter retreats to first. 2 outs, Porter will be off on contact. Yaz holding him on still. Here comes Frank White. He knocked in the second run with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. He's 1 for 1. He singled, knocking in Patek. 9 out of 10, bunter. Again, we will move our third baseman, Butch Hobson, in. Jenkins looks to first. He'll throw over. Porter gets back. And he just barely got back. He almost caught Porter napping. Or as they like to say, watching the paint dry. Tom Poquette on deck. Again, Jenkins looks to first. Now into Fisk. Picks up the sign. He kicks and deals to White. Ground ball, left side. Burleson throws across the diamond. Did they get him? No! Again, Burleson had trouble getting the ball out of his glove. Another infield hit. So the inning should be over. Instead, first and second, 2 outs. Burleson, the Rooster, not very happy with himself. There's a reason why they call him the Rooster. Very intense. And here comes Tom Poquette, left fielder, leadoff batter, 0 for 2. Poquette has popped to second and grounded to second. Here's the pitch to Tom Poquette from Jenkins. And that's a base hit to right. Evans puts a charge on it. They're going to wave Porter around. Here's the throw from Evans. Fisk and Porter slides in safe. The ball gets away from Fisk. Advancing to second is Poquette. The ball got away from Fisk. And it's now 3-1. Kansas City. 2 outs, second and third for Hal McRae. The designated hitter is 0 for 2. He has flown to deep left center and popped to second. Jenkins not having his A stuff in this game. Here's the pitch to Hal McRae. That ball out to left. Burleson chasing for it. Calling off Carbo, and he makes the catch. What a catch by the Rooster. As he Still very upset with himself with that infield hit. The Royals do get one. They strand two. We go to the top of the fifth. 3-1 Kansas City. Joining us in the chat is Dave Little. He says, hello again, sports fan. Great night of YouTube action. Yes, it is. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Little. He has a wonderful Facebook site. If you are a sim or you play any type of video or sim sports game, please put that in the chat, Dave Little, so I may read it out. Another good friend of the channel and the community. Here's Butch Hobson, 0 for 1. Colburn's ready to work. He kicks and fires. Hobson sends that ball left center field. Otis on the run, makes the catch. 1 down. Denny Doyle's 0 for 1. He'll try to drag a bunt. Here's the pitch. He puts it down, but Porter lets it go foul. Smart play. Counts 0-2 on Denny Doyle. Choking up a bit on that bat, looking to slap it through the infield. Porter wiggles the fingers, sets the target. The windup, the pitch to Denny Doyle. Doyle base hit the left. Nice job by Denny Doyle. Just slapping that ball through the left side. So 1 out, 1 on, and here comes the Rooster, Rick Burleson, 6-game hitting streak. But he's more annoyed with himself with those 2 plays at short where he couldn't get the ball out of his glove fast enough. And he gave up 2 infield hits. Denny Doyle, 6 out of 10 base running ability. As Dave Little says, Facebook, this is his Facebook site, and all are welcome, all sports fans. Sports simulation and replays, any sport and game platform is welcome. Jay Cruz has joined us in the chat. How you doing, my friend? All right, Burleson 0 for 2. Hit and run. There goes Doyle. Burleson, line shot down the left field line and foul. Oh, if that had found some chalk. Doyle was off to the races. 1 ball, 1 strike, hit and run again. There goes Doyle. Swing and a miss, and Doyle is out. I love to play hit and run, and it bit me in the took us and out of the ballpark tonight, and now in Action PC. So 2 outs, base is empty. 1-2 count on Burleson. Colburn looking to end this inning here. Keep it a 3-1 lead for the Royals. He deals to the Rooster. And Burleson, 1 hopper to Colburn. He throws to Mayberry. Side retired. Good reaction by Colburn. Bottom of the 5th, 3-1 Royals. They won Game 1 of this series. Now, we won't be showing you every game of our 77 replay with the Mets or the Red Sox, but we'll show you what we consider the important games. If it's a Tom Seaver game with the Mets before he's traded, that's going to be shown. If they're playing a team in front of them, or the Dodgers, we're going to show that. For the Red Sox, if they're playing the Yankees, Royals, Brewers, you know, something like that. Teams, we're not going to show you every game. We're going to show you quite a bit, but not every game. Here's George Brett. He's 2 for 2. Mayberry's on deck. Brett has singled infield variety, then doubled in the 3rd. Jenkins ready to work. Nods his head. He kicks and fires to Brett. And Brett picks up his 3rd hit past the lunge of Doyle into center. Yastrzemski holding Brett on. Here's John Mayberry. He's 1 for 2. Jenkins hoping for a double play ball. He throws over to first. Brett is back. Jenkins looks to Yastrzemski, now in at Fisk. Here's the pitch to Mayberry. There goes the runner, throw down by Fisk. Burleson! Oh my God! Oh, Burleson is irate. Rick Burleson is irate. My God, they've stolen 3 bases. This is truly... Now, grant you, this isn't the right... I took this picture because I like it. In 1977, the Royals had the AstroTurf, which was absolutely god-awful. The turf was so fast, it was a house of horrors for the Red Sox. And this is playing out because the Royals used to run all day on the Red Sox. It's not like the Red Sox had bad teams, it's just the Royals did that. So Brett, that's a 3rd stolen base for the Royals. Joining us in the chat is Baseball Demos. That's Dave. He says, hey Al, just finished last of the opening day games, recorded my cat at the start just for you, LOL. We get to see his kitten. You hear Dave's kitten on a couple of his... My throat hurts, I'm sorry. Excuse me. you hear Dave's cat, Kitten, and he's always having kitten delay, and it's the cutest sounding little kitten. And so I asked, when are we going to see the cat? And we're going to see it. Thank you very much, Dave. Check out Baseball Demo's wonderful channel. Clinton Park says, hi there, hope things are well. Sorry, Atlanta finally dies. A very un-Gene Garber game. Yeah, that was a really fun game. I guess I'm going to spoil it. 1-1 going into the 8th, and are out of the ballpark. 1978 tournament. I play as the weaker teams. The Dodgers had already squished me in the semifinals as the Cardinals. Again, close game, and they pulled away at the end. I think they beat them in extra innings, actually, or late. And 1-1 going in the 8th. The Dodgers scored 7 in the top of the 8th and 2 more in the top of the 9th, crushing the Braves' Cinderella dreams. Hope all is well, Clinton. Another fine baseball retro sim channel. Check it out. So we have a lot of content creators in the chat. We have Clinton Parks, Baseball Demos, JD. We also have Dave Little, wonderful Facebook page. We have Dave Gardner, HockeyTournaments.com, Dave Little's Facebook page, Sports Simulation and Replays. Any sport and game platform is welcome. We had Bobby Cantilano, good friend of the chat. Jake, good friend of the chat. And was JT Dutch in here, I thought? Or did I miss him? No, that's Dave Little. Dave Little and JT Dutch's emblems look similar. As Dave from Baseball Demo says, my dog makes a cameo too. I can't wait. I love it. Great channel. Great channel. Lots of fun with that channel. Good call of the game. He's pleasant. Always fun. I think that's important for YouTubers. Alright, so Brett's at second, 1 out. First base open. Mayberry, 0-1 count. 1 for 2 today. Jenkins deals to Mayberry once again into the breach, and he strikes him out this time. And that is the first strikeout for Ferguson Jenkins. Remember, Jenkins is 10-0 in the replay. In actuality, it was 10-10. So how much more can we get out of Fergie? Here comes Al Collins. He's 0 for 2. He's batting .312. And we're going to intentionally... Actually, we're going to go pitch around to Collins. Let's see if we beat the ball on the ground. Line shot back to Jenkins. Good reaction by Fergie. 2 down. Brett will be off on contact. And here's Amos Otis 0 for 1. Righty-righty matchup. They're trying to strand Brett at second. Keep it a 2-run deficit for the Red Sox. Jenkins peeks over his shoulder. Doyle cheats towards the bag, trying to keep Brett honest. Fisk sets the target. Here's the pitch to Amos Otis. 2 outs. Runner at second. Fly ball. Right center field. Freddie Lynn on the run. He reaches out. Makes the grab. Side retired. Fergie does a wonderful job pitching out of the jam. Dave Gardner. My dog always gets a voice in my videos. Awesome sauce. Todd B has joined us. Another good friend of the channel and the community. Todd B. Due up for the Red Sox. We have a wonderful community. We have sports sims. We have video gameplay. I play some video games. I like to shoot zombies. I find it relaxing. JD does sports sims, UFC. He does Red Dead Redemption, amongst other things. He's an author. So we have that. We have like talk shows. I don't know how to put like Game of Thrones and Walking Dead and Westworld. Doctor Who. This is the community to belong to, is this community. You get to interact with people. This is the community. Help us all grow. Be part of it. It's a lot of fun. So Bernie Carbo is 0 for 2. He'd like to get off the schneid here. Colburn kicks and fires to Carbo. And Carbo, that's going to be a double. It's going to get down. Here's a slide by Carbo. He is safe. Bernie Carbo continues to hit the ball well. Tying run comes to the plate and Jim Rice. Rice 2 for 2. He's doubled and homered. Yastrzemski on deck. Can Jim Ed Rice go yard and tie it up? Colburn now has a bead of sweat running down his brow. Is that nerves? We shall see. Here's the pitch to Rice. And Rice sends that ball deep left center. Poquette makes the running catch. Carbo is going to tag up and try to go to throw or third. Here's the throw. He slides in safe. as that was a tongue twister for Al Red Sox fan. So good base running by Bernie Carbo. 90 feet away, and here comes Carl Yastrzemski. Yaz is 0 for 2. He has flown deep down the right field line and struck out. He needs at worst to make a productive out. He needs to bring this run in. Clinton Park says, Honey Bunny got me Fire and Blood for Christmas. That's the new book. One of the new books. You're going to have to give us an update when you read some of it. Yaz awaits the Colburn offering. Colburn and Porter can't get on the same page. Now they're ready to work. Here's the pitch to Yastrzemski. Carbo at third. Yes, singles to right. Carbo scores, and it's a 3-2 ball game. Captain Carl claps his hands at first. 5 out of 10 base running ability. Mayberry holding him on. And here comes Carlton Fisk. He's 0 for 1, riding a 13-game hitting streak. Fisk has lined to third. Brett robbed him and then walked in his last plate appearance. Freddie Lynn is on deck. Here's the pitch to Pudge from Colburn. Fisk swings. That ball's down the left field line. Poquette makes. Did he make the running catch? Yes, he does! Wow, nice catch by Tom Poquette. So with 2 outs, Yastrzemski will be off and running. Here comes Freddie Lynn, former MVP and Rookie of the Year of 1975. He is 1 for 2. He has doubled and popped out to second. Colburn looks to first. Now in at the plate. Picks up the sign from Porter. Evans on deck. Here's the pitch to Lynn. Oh boy! That is a shot, but Poquette tracks it down in the left center field gap. Side is retired. Hung up just enough. And Poquette got a great jump on it. But the Red Sox score 1 on the Yastrzemski single, scoring Carbo from third. We go to the top of the 6th, 3-2 here in Kansas City. Two up for the Royals, Porter, Patek, and White. Jake Cruz has just watched a video with Don Willie today about Fire and Blood. Haven't read it yet. JD says it's good. It's a good book, Jake. Todd B. Tom Poquette. Don't leave the light on, LOL. Here's Darrell Porter, 1 for 2. Line to third and singled. Patek on deck. Jenkins ready to work. Here's the pitch to Porter. And Porter walks. Again, Jenkins just a little out of sync here. 3-2 ball game, Kansas City. Porter, a double play candidate at first. Not much speed. Yastrzemski holding him on. But here's a speedy Freddie Patek, 1 for 2. In the ball game. He has singled and knocked in a run. And then he flew to deep right center. Here's the pitch to Freddie Patek, the little general. Swing, fly ball, deep left, Carbo on the run, makes the catch at the track. Retreating back to first is Porter. Now I'll bring up Frank White, the second baseman, is 2 for 2. His average now up to 257. He singled, knocking in Patek for the second run in the bottom of the second, and then had an infield single in the fourth. He too is an excellent bunter. Infield straightaway and normal. And now we're going to pull in Hobson at third. Yastrzemski will continue to hold Porter at first. Jenkins gets the sign from Fisk. The windup and the pitch to Frank White. And that's a base hit to left. And Porter goes 90 feet and stops at second. First and second, 1 out, 3-2 Kansas City, looking to add to that lead. And here comes Tom Poquette. As Todd B puts it, won't he leave the lights on? Poquette 1 for 3. Popped to second, grounded to second, and then knocked in a run in the fourth with a single. Red Sox want 2 up the middle with Burleson and Doyle. Here's the pitch to Tom Poquette. Jenkins rocks and fires. But Fisk has a quick word with him first, and now the pitch. And he goes the other way, and that's going to be extra bases. And it's 4-2. So Jenkins struggling here. Every time the Red Sox get a little bit closer, Jenkins gives it right back. Todd B says White was a pretty good fielder. Yes, he was. He was a good, solid baseball player. So 4-2, second and third. Jenkins in danger of losing his first game in this retro replay. He's 10-0. Here comes Hal McRae. He needs a strikeout here. Infield will play normal, so will the outfield. We don't want a big inning. Red Sox have a very potent offense. Jenkins deals to Hal McRae. Fly ball. Lynn moving to his left. Makes the catch. Will they tag up White? Yes, they will. Lynn will uncork an unlikely throw, but we're going to go for the play at the plate. And White slides in safe. Poquette did not go. And it's 5-2, but 2 outs. Here comes George Brett, and he's 3 for 3. Mayberry's on deck. And we will walk Brett. So Brett's at first. Poquette's at second. Mayberry at the plate, 1 for 3. Jenkins up to 93 pitches, good for 120. Righty-lefty matchup. Oregon is revving up the fans here in Kansas City. Dave Little says 11 hits and 5 1/3, not good. Todd B says 10-0. Yeah, we've been really lucky with our matchups here. Again, I'm using historical transactions, but I'm not using historical lineups for me as the Red Sox or the Mets or pitching rotation. I'm mixing and matching. Thus, the Mets have a winning record, and the Red Sox are above what they did at this point. But Kansas City was always a house of horrors for Boston, and it continues to be so. Fisk goes through the signs. Jenkins quickly nods his head. He kicks and deals to Mayberry. 2 outs, 2 on. Fly ball. Lynn moving to his left. Makes the catch. And a diving catch by Freddie Lynn. Side is retired. As the ball started to tail away from him. What a catch by Freddie Lynn. That will be on Twib this week in baseball for sure. But the Royals strike for 2. We go to the top of the 7th. 5-2 Kansas City. Colburn, 103 pitches, good for 120. He will face Evans, Hobson, and Denny Doyle. Evans is 0 for 2. Hobson on deck. Colburn wants to work quickly. Here's the pitch to Dewey. Evans fouls it back to the screen. Full count now on Evans. Takes the bats to his cleats, knocking the dirt out. Steps back in the right-hander's batter's box. Porter wiggles the fingers, sets the target. Colburn rocks and deals to Evans. Evans, fly ball right side. Collins going back, makes the catch and right. 1 down. Butch Hobson's 0 for 2. He has flown very deep to right and very deep to left center. Now can he send 1 yard for home run number 14? Denny Doyle on deck. Hobson awaits the Colburn offering, pitch homeward bound. Hobson ground ball. Brett charges at third. Quick release, bang bang play at first. And he is out. Nice stretch by Mayberry. Hobson did not like the call. Todd B says, I love This Week in Baseball. What's not to love? It was awesome. You can find the reruns or videos on YouTube. I have them saved as my favorites. Here's Denny Doyle, 1 for 2. Colburn looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Doyle looking to keep the line moving. Burleson on deck. Colburn. Porter can't get on the same page. Now Colburn nods his head. The windup and the pitch to Denny Doyle. Doyle sends that ball deep down the right field line. And Collins makes the catch in the corner. Side is retired, robbing Denny Doyle of extra bases. What a catch by Al Collins. That is worth a replay. Denny Doyle, that looks like extra bases. Collins goes a long way, makes the catch, banging into the wall near the foul pole. That could be on Twib coming up this week. Jenkins, 95 pitches. He seems fine. Down 5-2. He will face Collins, the man who just made that outstanding catch, Amos Otis, and Darrell Porter. Collins 0 for 3. Here's the pitch to Al Collins. And that's going to be a double as it gaps Lynn and Evans to right center. And the Red Sox start to get bullpen action up. Jenkins just doesn't have it today. He's looking like he's going to pick up his first loss. Here's Amos Otis 0 for 2. Jenkins off the mound, rubbing up the baseball. Back in his glove. Back up on the bump. He peers in at Fizz. The windup and the pitch to Otis. Fly ball. Deep left center. Freddie Lynn on the run, and he makes the catch. Collins will tag. Here's the throw. He slides in safe. So the Royals continue to run all day, all night on the Red Sox, and it's not like they're a horrible defensive team. It's just that's what the Royals always did to the Red Sox. So with 1 out, down 5-2, the infield will move in. So the infield's in, outfield normal. Here's Darrell Porter 0 for 1. Just wants to slap it past the drawn in infield. Jenkins needs a strikeout or a pop-up or something hit hard at a fielder. He kicks and deals to Porter. And that's a base hit up the middle past the lunge of Doyle. And run number 6 scores. Collins scores as Porter knocks it past the drawn in infield. It's now 6-2. Here comes Freddie Patek, the little general, 1 for 3 with a single and an RBI. Yastrzemski holding Porter on. This could be Jenkins' last batter. The windup, the pitch to Freddie Patek. The little general swing sends that ball deep, deep left. Carbo's there, he juggles it! And he dropped it! Oh my lord, things go from bad to worse. Bernie Carbo made a long run for it, juggled it, went to the ground, but did not have the ball. Frank White's 3 for 3 off Ferguson Jenkins, and that could be it for Fergie. White is a right-handed batter. Oh my lord. Our pitching is just not good. What are the odds of him going 4 for 4? Jenkins convinces Fisk and the manager he wants to stay in. 1 out, first and second. White is 3 for 3. He has singled in the second, knocking in the run. In the fourth, he had an infield single, and in the sixth, he had a single. Jenkins hopes to induce a double play ball. Here's the pitch to Frank White. And he doesn't. Base hit right center. Bases are juiced. Doyle missed the ball. And that's it for Fergie Jenkins. Here comes Tom Poquette, 2 for 4. Jenkins' day is done. He's responsible for the bases that are loaded. Porter at third, Patek at short, and White at first. Jenkins went 6 1/3, 14 hits, 3 walks, only 1 strikeout. And he gave up 6 runs. I think they were all earned. Let's just take a quick look. Yep, all earned. Again, responsible for the loaded bases. His day is done. He will not get win number 11. And unless there is an unbelievable comeback, he will get his first loss in this 1977 retro replay. So Tom Poquette is a lefty. And actually, let you guys look at this. Close this out. Well, I'm looking at a different screen. We'll give you a bullpen look here. Oh, Hernandez is available to us now. Oh, they give you all the pitchers. I like that. They used to just give you the bullpen. They give you every pitcher. I like that. Again, if you bring a starter in, they're not going to really pitch well out of the bullpen. You can get lucky once in a while. I've done it with the Mets, so because they stink. I'll bring anybody in. I think we're going to go... Burton's season's going to be coming to an end pretty soon. And he didn't give up any hits. We're rolling the dice with that. And Ramon Hernandez... He threw 12 2/3, and then we lose him. I think we lose him. I don't think he's going to be up much longer. and we've only used him for 6 innings. Who's the bigger strikeout? Let's see who's a better strikeout pitcher. Well, let's go with Jim Burton. What the heck? Jim Burton comes in. Lefty-lefty matchup. He's just here to pitch a Poquette. Bases juiced. He deals to Tom Poquette. And they go to Zeb. I knew they were going to do that. Joe Zeb. 368 and 295 off left-handed pitching. And Burton's going to get rocked here. Joe Zeb, 368 in the replay, no homers, 3 ribbies. In actuality, 297 with 2 homers and 23 ribbies. He'll stay in to probably play left field. So Burton now has to deal with the righty Zeb. Here's the pitch to Joe Zeb. No place to put him. And he strikes him out! All right, Burton. Wow, I didn't think that was going to happen. So 2 outs, and here's Hal McRae. 6-2. Royals. Again, the Red Sox have a potent offense. I like to keep it as close as possible. Got to be realistic and not kill our not so good bullpen. Here comes Bob Stanley. Try to get this out here. 2 outs, bases juiced. Stanley's in the game. Stanley, 6-1 with 4 saves, 2.70 earned run average in the replay. In actuality, 8-7 in 77, 3 saves, 3.99 earned run average. Now McRae is 0 for 3. Stanley kicks and fires to McRae. 2 outs, bases juiced. Fly ball, Evans coming in on it. He makes the catch, and the Red Sox pitch out of the jam. They only give up 1. We go to the top of the 8th. 6-2 Kansas City. The Sox bats have to start to mash. Hello, Tribes fan. How you doing, my friend? Hope all is well. Another wonderful content creator. Elite Mike is also in the chat. How are you, Elite Mike? He says, last game. Last call for alcohol at 2, you're through. Tribesman says, hello Al, hope all is well. The 2016 Twins Stratomatic Advanced Replay is underway and have played 2 games. Well, we look forward to that update, my friend. So here's Burleson. He's 0 for 3. Bernie Carbo's on deck. Colburn, 116 pitches, good for 120. Porter goes through the signs. Colburn's ready to work. Here's the pitch to the Rooster. Burleson swings. Shallow fly ball, right center. Collins makes the catch. Good jump by Al Collins. 1 away. Here comes Bernie Carbo, 1 for 3. He doubled in his last at-bat. Prior to that, struck out and grounded out. Carbo could go yard. Ready to tee it high, let it fly. Rice on deck. Porter sets the target. Here's the pitch to Carbo. And that's a base hit to center. So Carbo's now 2 for 4. Colburn, 123 pitches, beginning to look fatigued. Here's Rice. Here come the Red Sox. He's 2 for 3. Rice has doubled, then hit a solo homer, then fly deep to left. And Carbo moved to third and would score on a Yastrzemski single. Yaz is on deck. Will they stick with Colburn against Rice, who's already doubled and homered off of him? Yes, they will. Porter has a word with him. Now back behind the plate. Here's the pitch. Rice, ground ball. Left side. Brett to White. On to Mayberry. Double play. And the side is retired just like that. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 6-2 Royals. Stanley on the bump. Stanley's good for 60 pitches. He'll face George Brett, who's 3 for 3. Mayberry's on deck, followed by Collins. Here's the pitch from Stanley to Brett. Brett sends that ball right center field, high, and off the wall. So he has doubled 4 for 4. What a game George Brett is having. Here's Mayberry 1 for 4. Again, the Royals proved to be a house of horrors for the Boston Red Sox. Stanley deals to Mayberry. Fly ball down the right field line. Evans! It goes foul. Ran out of room. 1 ball, 2 strikes. No outs. Brett at second. Fisk goes through the side. Stanley Steamer nods his head. He kicks and deals to John Mayberry. Fly ball to right. Evans going back, looking up, and that is gone. It is now 8-2 to the joy of the Royals fans. They look like they're going to sweep the first 2 games here against the East-leading Boston Red Sox to the delight of the Yankee fans. Yankees sit in second place. And at the moment, the Yankees are 6 games back. So no relief for the Red Sox pitching. Collins is 1 for 4. Here's the pitch from Stanley. Collins swings the lumber down the right field line. Evans on the run, and he makes the catch in the corner. Just like Collins did. Holy cow. As Todd B says, that blast almost made the fountains. Dave Little says he got all of that one. He sure did. Kansas City was always a house of horrors for the Red Sox when I was a kid. I mean, I would dread when they would go to Kansas City. Again, this isn't the right... This is a grass field. Kansas City had that horrible turf. I mean, I remember ground balls past the second baseman just shooting to the gap and splitting the outfielders for doubles. That ball would just pick up speed. Otis 0 for 3. He'd like to get off the schneid and join the hit parade. Royals 8 runs, 16 hits. Here's the pitch to Amos Otis. Line shot, and Carbo makes the catch. Knee high and left, 2 down. It's become quite a party atmosphere here at Royals Stadium. Here's Darrell Porter 2 for 3. Stanley kicks and fires. And that's a base hit, and that's going to get down to the wall. And that's another double. It is a doubles paradise here for the Royals. Tribes fan says Stanley Steamer not fooling anybody. No, he's not. Todd Beast is like playing on concrete. So even, you are correct, even though I have the improper picture because I just like this one better than the other one, it just, the other one was too much to the left where it didn't look right when the players were set up. And this is a good fit with how the game is set up, meaning the player pictures. So this one works better. But it's still playing with the turf. The turf is the proper, all the dimensions are proper and everything else is proper. The picture just is not. The photo is not. So here's Freddie Patek, 1 for 4 with a ribby. 2 outs, Porter at second. Here's the pitch to Patek. As Stanley strikes him out, and mercifully we go to the top of the ninth. And Marty Patton, the former Red Sox, is in the game to close it out and stick it to his former team. The Royals lead by 6, 8-2, but the Red Sox have had some tremendous rally wins here. I don't know if they'll do it against the first place American League West Kansas City Royals, so a clash of first between the East Red Sox and the West Royals, and it looks like the Royals would take the first 2 games of this best-of-3 series. Not best-of-3, 3-game series. Yastrzemski's 1 for 3, Fisk on deck. Here's the pitch from Patton to Yaz. And Yaz sends it down to Brett at third. He throws to Mayberry across the diamond, 1 away. Royals 2 outs away from taking the first 2 games. Patton, on the retro replay, 2 wins, no losses, 1 save, 1.35 earned run average. Marty Patton in 1977, pretty good, 10-3 with a 3.58 earned run average. Here's Fisk, Pudge is 0 for 2, Freddie Lynn on deck. Patton pitches to Pudge. That ball is deep to center. Otis going, what happened there? What happened? That's an out. Wow, let's watch that. Let's see what happened there. Okay, I was right. You didn't see it. So Otis makes the catch. You don't see the ball come down where Otis catches it, but now it's 2 down, and the Red Sox are down to their final out. Freddie Lynn. Freddie Lynn is 1 for 3. He doubled in his first at-bat. Since then, he has popped to second and flown to deep left center. On deck, Dwight Evans. So it looks like Ferguson Jenkins will get stuck with his first loss. He was not good today. Lynn awaits the patent offering. Here's the pitch to Freddie Lynn. And Lynn will double to right center field. So he moves the line to Dwight Evans. Evans is 0 for 3. What we have on the bench is putrid. You know what? Rick Miller actually is not... Rick Miller in the replay against righties. Yeah, he's putrid. He's actually hitting lefties better. That's because you just get him with the right matchup. So Evans will hit 0 for 3. Can Evans get off the schneid? 2 outs. Lynn at second. Red Sox trail by 6. In modern day times, they'll need a Christmas miracle. In time machine time, it's June 7th, 1977. Patton looking to end it here with Evans. He kicks and deals to Dewey. Fly ball, left field, and Pete Lecoq makes the catch. The ball game is over. The Kansas City Royals give Ferguson Jenkins his first loss. He's now 10-1. Kansas City wins 8-2. Let's go to the box score. Bear with me a moment. It'll be up in a second. And before we go through the box score, I'd just like to say thank you to the people in the chat. I like to do pitching first, so I'd like to say thank you to Tribes Fan. Check out that great channel. As Tribes Fan says, they need a Festivus miracle. They sure did, and they didn't get it. Are those real for Evans correct? Are those stats real? The stats you see to the right are replay stats. And Evans did not have a good year in 77. He's going to get injured and he's going to be lost. And if I can get there, I will show you. Anyway, let's go through the box score real quick. But first, thank you to Clinton Parks. Oh, the dog show has showed up. Check that channel out. All Things Entertainment. Check them out with Milt on Sundays for top 5 lists. So thank you, Clinton Parks, Baseball Sim channel, content creator. Thank you, Dog Show, Tribes Fan, another content creator, all things baseball, as I have the hiccups now. Todd B, great friend of the channel and the community. JD, for your PS4 needs, such as UFC and Red Dead Redemption. You also find some Red Dead Redemption on the Dog Show, along with, I can never remember the game, but he's really good at it. A couple other video games he plays. Jake Cruz, good friend of the channel and the community. Dave Little, thank you for joining us. Check out his site on Facebook, and when I see it, as I scroll up, I'll read it out. Elite Mike, how you doing? Thank you very much. Continue to scroll up. Just want to make sure I hate to miss people. Dave Gardner, thank you. Remember to check out hockeytournaments.com. Baseball Demos with Dave, another wonderful baseball sim channel. That's Baseball Demos. And if you watch his next video, you get to see his kitten and his dog, which is always fun to me. I like that stuff. Bobby Cantilano, thank you very much. And where is the Dave Little's Facebook page? Sports simulation and replays. Any sport and game platform is welcome. So a lot of great people in our community. Wonderful chat. I appreciate everyone who took some time out. Hope you enjoyed it. Now we'll go through the box scores real quick. Remember to check out all the content creators. This is the community that you want to share. Let's bring more people to the channels in this community. Not just myself, but all the channels. We have sports, we have entertainment, we have authors, we have video game play, and this is one of the best, most pleasant communities. It is the most pleasant and best community to belong to share, to help grow. And if you are thinking about streaming, please tell me, and we can help you. We can help you. So, All right, Ferguson Jenkins gets his first loss. Again, he was 10-10. In reality, he's now 10-1. So I don't know if he's going to go on a slide now because it's a very stat-based oriented game. You can, do a little better by mixing and matching. So he was not good. 6 1/3, 14 hits, 6 runs, all of them earned, 3 walks, 1 K. Burton went a third of an inning. He got his batter out via strikeout. That was a miracle of God. It was a right-handed batter he struck out, and he's going to be pretty much done for the year in a little bit. Stanley Steamer, not so good. An inning and a third, 3 runs, 3 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned, 1 homer, no walks, and a strikeout. Colburn picks up the win. He's 7-2. He went 8 strong innings, 7 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned, 1 home run, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. Patton pitched the 9th, and he gave up 1 hit, the double to Lynn. So for the Red Sox, Rice was 2 for 4 with a home run and a double. Freddie Lynn was 2 for 4 with 2 doubles, and Bernie Carbo was 2 for 4 with 2 doubles. We might have to shake up the lineup a bit for Game 3. And we will be showing, I think it's a 3-game series, so if it is, we will show you Game 3 down the road. Frank White was 4 for 4 for the Royals, Porter 3 for 4 with a double, and Brett 4 for 4 with 2 doubles. Let's go to the batting real quick. Burleson, the Rooster, had a tough day in the field and at the plate. 0 for 4 in 2 plays where he couldn't get the ball out of his glove at short, resulting in infield hits. Carbo, again, 2 for 4 with a run scored. He struck out once and doubled. Rice, 2 for 4 with a run scored and a ribby. He doubled and homered. Yastrzemski, 1 for 4 with an RBI. He struck out. Fisk, 0 for 3 with a walk. Lynn, 2 for 4 and 2 doubles. Evans, 0 for 4. Hobson, 0 for 3. And Denny Doyle, 1 for 3. In total, the Red Sox now have lost 2 to Kansas City. They had 33 at-bats here in the second game of this series. 2 runs, 8 hits, 2 ribbies, 1 walk, 3 Ks, 4 doubles, and a home run. And they were only able to produce 2 runs with 5 extra base hits. Tom Poquette for the Royals, 2 for 4 with 2 ribbies, a double. Zeb came in, ended up playing left field. He was 0 for 1. Then Pete Lecoq replaced him in the 9th. I think he made the final catch of the game. Hal McRae, the DH, was 0 for 4 with a ribby. George Brett, 4 for 4, a run scored, a walk, and 2 doubles. John Mayberry, 2 for 5. His bat looks like it's starting to get hot. 2 ribbies, 1 run scored, and a double. Amos Otis, 0 for 4 with a run scored and a walk. Darrell Porter, 3 for 4, 2 runs scored, an RBI, a walk, and a double. The little general Freddie Patek, 1 for 5. He knocked in a run, first run of the game, in the bottom of the second. And he struck out once. Frank White, 4 for 4, a run scored and an RBI. The Royals, who now improved their record to 33-18. The Red Sox dropped to 38-14. Royals 33-18, excuse me. Red Sox 38-14. The Royals in that victory, 40 at-bats, 8 runs, 17 hits, 8 ribbies, 3 walks, 3 Ks, 5 doubles, and a home run. We're not going to go through the whole recap. We'll just put it up there. So again, Freddie Lynn, 2 for 4, 2 doubles. Rice, 2 for 4, 2 doubles, and a homer. Porter, 3 for 4. Double and 2 runs scored. Mayberry 2 for 5, a home run, 2 ribbies. Frank White 4 for 4, Brett 4 for 4, and 2 doubles. Colburn picks up his 7th win with just only 2 losses on the retro replay. And Ferguson Jenkins, no longer 10-0, he is now 10-1. He picks up the loss. So Sal Red Sox fans saying thank you very much. Till next time, health and happiness. Take care. Bye-bye, and God bless. Oh, wait a second. Let's close this out. Bear with me a moment. I want to go to Dwight Evans and show Dave. I think it was Dave Little who asked the question. Let me get out of this. And close that out. All right, so let's just... So now, you should be able to see this. That's going to pop up in a second. Let's go to Dwight Evans. And I'm going to show you. There's a lot of stats in this game. It's just with OBS, I can't bring up all the screens because it doesn't work the way I want it to work. So I usually read off the stuff. So let's go to Dwight Evans. And let's bring that up so you can see it. And you should see the Dwight Evans card in the moment. Now, Evans, okay, so he will be lost on August 31st. He'll be done with an injury. And he actually, in reality, he only played 73 games. He had 265 plate appearances. And official at-bats 230, so some of those are walks. He batted .287 with 14 homers and 36 runners knocked in. He scored 39 runs. In the replay, he's 30 points below at .257, but that's only with 167 at-bats. He has homered 9 times, knocking in 27 and scoring 27. So the RBIs and the runs could get there. The home runs, he's 5 away from that, so he's probably going to hit his mark. The average, picking up 30 points could be tough. Todd B, 14 home runs and only 36 ribbies. Guess it's right. Yeah, this is a pretty cool game. The other cool thing, you can see usage, and I'll show you something with Bernie Carbo in a second. So right now we've actually overused him because he's on pace for 517 at-bats. And what's going to happen is that the computer won't, they'll say not available to play after a certain point. So you can't just overplay someone the way I have it set up. So we're going to have to start resting him a bit. And you're going to see something with Bernie Carbo, who's just been playing so well, I got to keep him in the lineup. Carbo, this should pop up in a second. Okay, there's Bernie Carbo. And again, he has so much talent, and the substance abuse ruined his career. He's good now, you know, he's on the straight, and, you know, he's beaten that, knock on wood, and hope he stays like that. But such a talented ball player. I think he was runner-up for Rookie of the Year. So Bernie Carbo, he batted .289, and in the replay, he's batting .355. So he had 15 homers. We have 9 so far. He has 9. 36 runs scored, 33. 34 ribbies, he has 22. So he's just been on a hot streak. You got to keep playing Carbo, you know. ID Gestures joined us in the chat. How you doing, my friend? We're coming to a close here. Red Sox just lost. You'll be happy about that. Royals beat them 8-2. And you can see here the usage. And he's 187%. He's on pace for 427 at-bats. Again, we're going to have to slow him down a bit. But he's good for the whole year. It's just he's getting too many at-bats. But while he's hot, I'm going to use him. We'll worry about when we can't use him later. So a very fun game, Action PC Sports Games. Very fun. I highly recommend it to take a look. Dave Koch has a sale until Sunday, so. Todd says Boston must have hit a ton of solo blasts. Here's another cool thing. We'll give you, let's see, where do I find that? Team. Okay. I think it's report. I think I got to go to report. We've hit a lot of home runs, and in '77, the Red Sox hit a ton of home runs. They were a very good offensive team. The pitching, not so good. I say it over and over again, one of the best offensive teams, in my opinion, ever. Period. Not just a Red Sox team. A tremendous offensive team. If they had any pitching, they would have won the division easy. Easy. They would have run away with it, in my opinion. Let's go. Is it notes? History. Encyclopedia. Oh, let's fool around with this. I don't think we can. Yeah, that's not going to. Replay history. Batting. Pitching. Okay, it's not going to. Nothing's logged in there yet. All seasons. Previous seasons. Display photos. Replay stats. Why is it not showing the replay stats? Manager. Box scores. Oh wow, you got all the box scores here. That's cool. I've had this game for a few, every version I buy the new one. Reports. No, that's not. There's a way to do this. I did this with my 66 team. Batters. Replay. These are replay stats. So let's show you the home runs. Here we go. So Rice has 16, Yastrzemski has 14, Hobson 13, Fisk 12, Scott 10, Evans 9, Carbo 9, Lynn 4. We need Freddie Lynn to pick up, not that he's going to do much better, but he's got to pick up the pace a bit. Denny Doyle with 2 and Burleson with 1. Those are the replay stats, and I'll show you what they did for real. Rice 39, Scott 33, Hobson 30, Yastrzemski 28, Fisk 26, Lynn 18, Carbo 15, Evans 14, Burleson 3, Montgomery 2, Doyle 2, Steve Dillard 1, and these are only the players that they have on the team now. They're going to pick up some different players who are eligible. Here are the ribbies. Rice 114 knocked in, Hobson 112, Yastrzemski 102, Fisk 102. The Boomer 95, Lynn 76, Burleson 52. They were just a good offensive team. So anyway, Action PC Baseball. And that will do it for the stream. Thank you very much. Watch out for the curveball in the dirt. Just showed you a little more of the background of the Red Sox. And actually, the other team I play were my beloved New York Metropolitans. You can see the difference with the Mets. So here's the difference with the Mets. And again, we have a winning record right now with the Mets with a lot of mixing and matching. 5 games over 500, 29 and 24. But here's and let's do replay stats. Home runs. Mike Vail, 5. Kingman, 4. Stearns, 4. We win. It's really fun to manage the Mets because they're so bad. You got to figure out ways to score. Where the Red Sox are just going to score runs, even against good pitching. It's just the Royals. That is so realistic to me because that was a house of horrors all the time in Kansas City for the Red Sox when I was a kid. Alrighty, that's the stream, folks. Again, the Red Sox in first place. You should be able to see this. Yep. 38 and 14 as of June 7th, 1977. Retro replay in the time machine. 38 and 14, 6 games ahead of the Yankees, 33 and 21. And then Detroit's 13 back. In the East, Pittsburgh's in first. Beatles Attorney will love that. Well, they're tied for first with the Phillies. They're 31 and 18. The Phillies are 32 and 19. So they're percentage points ahead of the Phillies. And the Mets are 29 and 24, 4 games out of first. And the Cubbies are 6.5 back. In the West, Cincinnati is up by a half game over Houston, 3.5 over the Dodgers. The Reds are 32 and 19. And Kansas City's 33 and 18, 6 games ahead of the Rangers, White Sox, and 8 games in front of the Twins, and 8.5 in front of Oakland. The Mariners are 15 back. So thank you for watching. Health and happiness. Take care. Watch out for the curveball in the dirt. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. And you know what's coming, folks. Peace. Till next time.